worried about the radiation. Like, they always say there's a radiation that comes with phones and things like that. And now you got two things on the side of your head that communicate by radiation through your head.
That's true. You got two phones on your pocket. You ain't gonna have no
two phones
babies.
in my pocket. I might.
You ain't
I
gonna
might
have
not.
no babies.
I might
and
not. I might not.
you just. I still think you vape.
No, I don't.
I think
don't.
yeah.
I don't. No vaping.
Okay.
You know what? But I told
Because you know what's gonna happen
What?
with the vaping?
What's gonna happen?
Your lungs will be black and ugly as ever. However, I
my
stay Houston
gosh.
down to my socks. I do have socks on. I got on Shocks. Got them from Ross, but they're like 50 bones, and I use them to work out.
You spent $50 at Ross?
It's Ross. Boom with the.
Don't underestimate
Thank you.
Ross.
Thank you.
but $50.
Hold on,
You should have walked out with the store.
Macho Man.
Macho
Man Randy
You should
Savage.
have definitely walked out with the store.
TJ
Macho
Maxx and
Man.
Ross, you
We
can
zooming
you
in.
can
We
find
zooming
some-
out. Yeah.
I got on the classic Macho Man Randy
Yeah.
Savage tee for all my wrestling cats because that's me. I got to go to work after this. We grinding. We potting. You know what I'm saying? It's me. It's
Is Macho Man still
Avery. Like he died.
alive? Oh,
Yeah.
rest in peace.
It's me. It's Avery, like a very nice guy, also known as Carlton Banks, with another In My Humble Opinion podcast here with the co-host, this dude I just met. I don't even know this nigga that well. My brother, Just Divine.
That's me. Looking directly at the camera this time instead of over at the screen like I normally do.
Yeah, it's stupid.
But, you know,
Stupid. Blah, blah, blah. Enough
I'm
of us
telling you,
jaw-jacking.
in 30 years, when
You ain't
a
gonna have no
commercial
kids.
comes on at 2 o'clock in the morning, like, did you use Apple AirPods?
You ain't gonna have no kids.
Would you like to be a part
kids.
of this class action lawsuit?
You ain't gonna make me an uncle?
Do you forget everything all the time?
Wow.
Okay.
You ain't gonna.
But you know what we don't forget? Our guest. Go ahead and introduce.
I like that. Oh, Segway King. Our guest, Susan Carroll. Special guest, Susan Carroll. Better than us.
She is much better than
I
us.
know better than you.
So, yes.
I knew
so,
she was going to be modest. I knew she was going to be humble.
Susan Carroll.
But,
Yeah. I knew she was going to
Oh,
be
look,
super.
I'm looking at the screen.
All
Hey,
right,
guys.
there we go.
No.
It's okay. It's okay because it's okay if you look at the screen because
Okay.
that's just how it works out.
Yeah.
It's
We
an
just be doing
automatic thing
things.
where you're going to look at the screen
It's
right
just a
Whatever.
conversation.
That's all it
Okay.
is.
We have
That's
no
all it is.
accolades.
I'm ready to talk.
Nothing. We got nothing going on. So we got Susan Carroll. She is a singer. She's based out of Houston. Are you from Houston?
No, I'm from Fort Worth.
You're from
Texas.
Fort Worth. How is it coming from Fort Worth, the Dallas Fort Worth
just
area, and you're coming down here knowing that there's that tension between Houston and Dallas?
First, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. That tension was
And-
like 20 years ago.
And
I'm
I mean,
old.
I'm sorry, Fort Worth. I would be on the Houston side. Like I love Houston
Really?
since I moved here. Yeah.
Wow.
Like I've been not avoid my whole family's in Fort Worth and everything, but I just have not. I don't want to be back there. I mean, like I don't know because
Wow.
I grew up there, so it's like I know
Yeah.
everybody. Everybody knows everything. It's small, so it's just like
I
Fort Worth is
understand.
small?
Yes.
if you live there and you
Oh,
just like
okay.
are in everything, it's just like yeah.
For real. In comparison to the third largest market in the United States.
Third largest market
Fuck
in the United
Chicago.
States. Wow. Okay.
Not really, though. We got friends in Chicago. But anyway. Chicago. So,
Young Taco.
1,000 horses.
Oh my
Anyway.
gosh.
Chicago. Okay. So you're born in Fort Worth. You're
Mm-hmm.
from Fort Worth. What brings you down to Houston?
So I went to school at A&M in
Okay.
College Station,
Sweet.
and then after school I moved here to like chase my dreams and like see what my music will do.
So you always had it. I mean, by the time you're in college, you already have a thing for music. When do you just start singing? I'm talking about at a younger age.
Since I was like 3 years old. My dad was a pastor.
Okay.
And my
Okay.
mom was like the musician, the first lady, of course. So our family was a family that did everything, all the singing, everything. So I sing. My mom plays the organ. She sings. My little sister sing. My brothers play instruments, like he plays drums, and my younger brother plays bass guitar. So we all are like musical in some way.
So you've been performing at an early age, I imagine.
Yeah, singing in church, and then I did competitions growing up. So yeah.
Wow.
But I don't know how I'm still shy, and I'm getting the hang of things and like stage presence now. But yeah, I mean, I've been singing on stage all my life. Yeah.
That's shocking. Yeah, because I mean, you know, we don't know each other. You seem a little bit shy, but like when I seen you on stage, you command the attention.
And
Like,
that's
seriously.
not accident. I'm literally just like go up there and I'm gonna just do this, do my thing.
Yeah, 'cause
and hopefully y'all like it, like
We like it.
But yeah, okay.
Me
We liked
gusta.
it.
Me gusta.
We saw you on Classroom Concerts.
Yeah.
And it's just so you're shy. How do you get? How do you even get past that? How do you say, okay, I'm shy, but now I want to get in front of everybody and I want to sing?
Because I'm shy, like in the sense of, like me, if that makes sense. But my voice, I know that I can sing. Like I know that I wasn't given this gift for no reason. So it's like I have to share it, regardless of how I feel or how I, whatever. Like regardless of me, I have to like share my gift and inspire people. So I just get up there, like my knees shaking, my arm shaking, my hands shaking, everything shaking. But I'm up there and I'm gonna do my best to do it.
That's
Oh,
cool.
wow.
Yeah, just because you don't like something doesn't mean that you can't do it.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
And I mean, I like it once I'm up there. Like, you know, it feels good, but it's just like that initial nerves. Like, they never go away. It's always,
Really?
I'm like, every time before I go on stage. No matter
And so
the
it doesn't
crowd.
matter like the crowd or anything. Classroom concerts, 5 people, 100 people,
Yeah.
1,000 people.
I'm
You're
like-
just like,
And then I'm just
Oh.
like, okay, let me do my thing. And then, yeah.
Even in music videos?
Yes. Even
wow.
Because, like, it's not just like a music video. It ain't like just like you and the camera. It's like a whole
Yeah, a
team.
lot of
And
people.
then like you laying in the bed. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You like laying in the bed looking like, you know, trying to look like it's one-on-one. And then it's just like all these people hovering around. So it's weird. I'm just like weird. I'm awkward. So it's just like I have my few select friends that know me. And then I'm just like a weird shy girl.
But then they see
But-
you like actually perform and they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, there's like this
Yeah.
little girl came and
Yeah.
did this big voice and just took the whole show.
Oh,
And I'm
no,
just
that's
like,
dope.
"Man."
That's dope.
Broke out a guitar and was
Yeah.
like, wow, okay, she just beat everybody here.
Yeah.
I just randomly picked that up too. Like I just was like, I
Wait.
felt the input.
How long have you been playing guitar?
Like I started when I posted that first video. That was when I bought the guitar.
What?
So, yeah.
What?
Yeah. So
Really?
the honesty video. I don't know if y'all see my page, but it's
Yes.
like the one that like took everything everywhere. That was the first time I picked it out. I bought it. Watched a couple YouTube videos. I learned like 2 chords, and literally I apply those 2 chords to everything. I listen to songs and I pick it out, and then yeah. So everything is.
Ah,
Wow,
You
she-
Lauren Hill did.
I know.
Okay, and wait, you Lauren Hill did in a way. Okay, so but here the Lauren Hill, it was like when she did her unplugged. People was like, all you learned was 2 chords. I thought you'd been playing guitar.
I thought so too.
Like I
No.
really was like, oh, this girl been playing guitar
Wow,
for like
she-
forever.
See, that's what I wanted y'all to think. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
even piano too. Like I kind of pick at it and like yeah, and then what else? I played saxophone in high school, and then just
Both
singing.
of us did.
Yeah.
Don't play
Yeah.
saxophone.
What y'all
in
play?
high school.
Alto.
Alto.
I
Yeah.
played tenor.
I played, alto. He played everything.
Alto, bass drum.
Yes.
What's that super nerdy thing that nobody
Bassoon.
likes? Bassoon.
I love the
The
bassoon. I always wanted to
bassoon.
learn to play that. I
I
played
never
clarinet
forgot.
and
He still has a
Man.
bassoon too.
I do not have a
Lit.
bassoon.
You do.
No, I don't have a bassoon because remember the bassoon was from.
Oh yeah.
I remember when they gave it to me, they were like, "Yo, here." One, the teacher was like, "If you learn how to play this, any school will take you because
Dang.
nobody plays this instrument."
you'll be the
I should have
only bassoon
listened.
player in the world.
I should have listened because there are no bassoon players out
Wow.
there.
You
There's
shoulda
like
listened,
there's
Lil Flip.
30 of them, and people pay them to show up places.
See,
But then the other thing was like when they got me with the teacher, this lady was like, "This instrument costs as much as a small car, so don't break it." I was like, "What?" It's like,
that's a compliment.
Wow, I know. I,
Small
yeah.
car.
I
Ooh.
was like, and then my whole thing was like, I was like, "Yo, I'm in high school. Like, what you think I'm?" I was
This
throwing that thing everywhere.
responsibility
I
is
was like,
too
"Yeah,
much
okay,
for me."
whatever." But yes,
With great power comes great responsibility.
with great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah.
So yeah, but wait, is that
No, that's Spider-Man.
that's Spider
I just
Man?
want
That
to
is
troll
not
you.
Thanos. Okay, but but okay. So you just say I'm gonna pick up the guitar and I'm gonna start posting videos.
Yeah.
What made you even think? Let me just go ahead and pick up the guitar.
I was at work and I don't know. I just was coming home from work, and the place I worked was like down the street from Guitar Center, and I had been like always wanting to do it, but I just never did it. And then this particular day, I was just like, I'm gonna go buy a guitar. So had my check. I went and cashed my check and just bought a guitar. Went home. I didn't know what I was gonna do with it, and then I just.
So you really did it, because everybody thinks that. Everybody thinks like, I'm gonna go pick up a guitar, learn some chords, and play it somewhere, and then nobody does it.
Exactly. I honestly expected it to be like how you buy something, you like, I'm gonna do this, and then it's like it just sits and collects.
Yeah.
So it's just like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, whatever.
That's what would happen with my guitar.
Exactly.
That happened with my guitar.
So that's what I expected to happen, honestly, like with myself. But then I don't know. It just like started sounding good, and then I learned the first song I learned to play was "If I Ain't Got You" by Alicia Keys. And so I was like, oh. And then I started singing it. I sang it for my boyfriend, and he was like, are you sure you just learned to play guitar? And I was like,
this sounds like, you know what? Let's pull up your Instagram page, because we need to see this way the audience can actually see what we're talking about.
For real.
So you post a lot of it. You know, let's scroll down. Let's go down. Let's go down. We're looking at you. You just post videos. And let's click on one of the videos, any of the videos that we have with the guitar. Is there one you want to show?
You can do do that one, the first one that I just posted.
The last one you just posted.
Yes.
Let's take a look
that
at that one.
The chords on that one, I learned a few more. For that one.
Oh, okay.
What we have is worth it. We just can't desert it. We gotta keep going stronger.
Now this is you
Not worth keeping
learning. So
I
you just learned some
Literally
chords.
right before
Matter
that,
how
I
long
picked the chords
it
out,
takes.
and then I looked up the lyrics, and then I posted the video.
I'm willing to wait. We can't lose today.
So you said, what happened? You said literally before that what?
I listened to the song, I picked out the chords, and then I looked up the lyrics, and then I posted the video. I sang it like a few times and
Wow.
posted it. Yeah.
Your brain works amazing.
Have
Thank
you always
you.
had that affinity for like, I guess, music and instruments, where you just like, okay, I can just kind of pick them up and just figure them out?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So and this started at the age of 3.
Yes.
Have
I
you-
was, and just that's with everything. Like my parents always said, I was like really an adventurous child. Like always just picking stuff up, learning how to use stuff, taking stuff apart, just being weird. So
Did your parents always know that, like, she's gonna be a singer?
yeah, my mom.
Oh, okay. It
I
was
was
just-
always the sick. I used to cry because my mom used to, like, I wanted to sleep in church, and my mom used to wake me up like, get up here and sing, like every time, every single time I had to sing. We go to a guest church, I got to sing everywhere. So it's just
Wow.
like. I used to cry because I didn't want to sing.
Wednesday
Oh,
service,
wow.
4 o'clock service,
Thursday
Yes.
service,
baby Christmas.
Sally and her daughter coming to sing.
Here,
Just
come,
everywhere.
here she
I was
comes.
Oh my
Here
goodness,
she comes,
Yes.
doing it again.
leading holy, holy, holy.
Oh my gosh.
But that definitely helped you with your stage presence,
Yeah.
at least, because you know,
Yes.
especially if you're getting woken up and then immediately brought on the stage,
Yeah,
like, hey,
exactly.
wake up, man, come on, let's go.
And I'm just over here tears. They're like, she in the spirit. I'm just like, no, I almost
Wow.
got a whooping.
Yeah.
And that, you know what? And honestly, that's just what I don't know how all parents are, but I know how black parents are, and
Yeah,
that's like,
exactly.
hey, I paid for these lessons, or I paid you doing something, like go
Yeah.
perform for my friends,
Yeah, basically.
like real quick. That's how we both wound up.
Playing the
I'm pretty
piano.
sure in everything it was like, hey, play the piano real quick. Why don't you play that saxophone real quick? I'm like, well, one, it's Christmas and it's like 4 o'clock. I just ate.
like,
and I want to go lay down. They're
Yeah.
like, but I bought you an instrument and you live in this house. So play whatever you
Exactly.
know. And they don't even know a song you know.
Yo,
I
one
said,
of-
y'all don't even like these songs. Like, they're like, and then
It's
your
terrible.
family
hot
is
cross
like,
buns. Like, you ain't never heard this in my life. Like-
exactly.
hot cross buns.
And then you got like a rude aunt in the corner, like, play Anita Baker Rapture. I'm like,
like,
I
how?
don't know.
that is so hard.
I don't know.
Like my mama would be play under me. I'm gonna sing, just play something, and I'm gonna sing on top. Like, mama, I
Yeah.
only know the C scale. Okay.
So, what prompted you then? Okay, so you had the guitar. You post that first video, and then what happens?
I posted the first video, and another, what is it called? Page picked up the video. And
Okay.
then posted it, and then like from there, I don't know. Like a lot of people, it got like 40,000 views, and a lot of people just started following me, and I don't know, it just went crazy.
That's
And then I
good.
was like, okay, so this is working.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let me keep being consistent and posting.
I need to learn another chord.
Exactly. So I was like, and then I was like, wait, let me see what all songs these chords apply to, like, you know. And then once I started picking stuff up, like literally they go with every song that I choose. Like I can pick a random song. Like if I had my guitar here and I'll be like, play a song, I probably could pick it out before.
No, it's
Like
okay.
anything
We
else.
actually have a guitar. I messed
No,
up.
no.
No,
Okay.
she was,
No, I'm just
she
kidding.
was like-
I'm
she was
ready.
ready. She
No.
was ready
No,
to
No,
go.
that's
Okay.
fun for me.
Okay.
Like, you know, it's
Okay.
fun to just like surprise myself. Like, yeah. So yeah,
I'm ready stance you did. I'm ready.
let's
Yeah.
go.
She would have did a superhero
Yeah,
stuff.
she sure did.
I
Okay.
love
With the
superhero.
superhero outfit on.
Actually, one of my fans from London sent this to me.
Oh, yes.
She's like, "I love your music. Can you wear that and like just sing a song?" And I was like, "Sure."
What,
I'll wear it.
Custom made.
Yeah.
what is that like, kind of realizing that you've got fans from other locations? Like you start out, you're like, I'm going to learn this chord, I'm going to post this video. And then shortly thereafter, you get people from just London like, hey, I like you. Here's some stuff.
It's crazy. Yes. It's still surreal to me. Like now, like, cause I have like 11,000, almost 12,000 followers now, and I'm just like, it's weird to have that many people know that many people are like looking at what I do or checking for what I'm doing, and then I feel like a urgency to like stay, like to keep posting stuff, you know, to keep everybody happy. But then on the other side, it feels good too, because it's like the comments that I'll get, like people will be like, I was down today and this turned my day around, or
Absolutely.
you inspire me so much to do this, or whatever the case may be. And it's just like my little voice and my little chorus and what I'm doing is like helping somebody way across the world, New Zealand and Africa and all these places, like, you know, just letting me know and showing me love. So it just feels good.
Has there ever been a situation here where you're just out and people are staring at you and you're like, why are they looking at me? Like, oh, I like your music.
Yeah. Yes, it's a few times. They was like, aren't you Susan Carroll? Don't you sing? And I'm like, yes, that's me. And then they'll be like, I love your music. Like I saw you such and such place, and it was so
Yeah.
great. And it's just like good. Yeah.
Nice
I was actually in
stuff.
Walmart one time randomly with my boyfriend, like looking, not just looking crazy, hat on, just like. And then this one lady was on the aisle with me, and she like drove past, and then she came back around and she was like, you're Susan Carroll, right? And I was like, yes. And I was like, dang. And then she like told me she saw me from something like years ago, and she remembered me. It was just like
That's
crazy.
positive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have
Would-
a lasting effect on people.
Yeah.
But this means you have to be dressed up all the time now.
Exactly.
You
So
can't
it's
just
like,
just walk out the house and just hit
looking
the gas
crazy.
station real quick, because that's when you're gonna run into people. They're like,
It's
go
crazy.
get on my Instagram live real quick.
It's like,
You're
don't, please, no, quick.
Oh no.
Looking like a man.
So, as that starts to blow up, like you start posting more, you're posting more videos. Eventually, you're getting to like, let's pull up that Instagram behind the scenes for Ride,
Okay.
because Ride is a single. Tell us something. Tell us about Ride.
So Ride is
Here we go.
That's not yeah. This is okay. That was very professional.
It's
Yeah.
my single. I don't know. It's like a feel good song, and it I wrote it in the studio. And I was making it.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I mean it's like what I like to do.
Indeed.
Gonna pull up outside. I'ma hop in your ride. We can take a trip down the avenue. We can go wherever you like. Just cruising, listening to some music. I brought the green. I'ma roll the sweet. I'ma light it up while we ride. We can roll through the city, baby, all night.
And what-
I just want
What was so you said, I'm sorry, because we have the music
No,
up
it's
there.
all right.
So yeah, tell us about Ride.
It's a feel good song, and it's just like what I like to do. I like to ride around and get high. So,
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with
so
that.
yeah, and then
But not vape.
no.
Yeah, you
I
gotta
don't
be
vape.
careful. Don't vape,
No.
kids, people.
It's I just found it. Me and my friend were talking about it yesterday. It was like people replace it because they don't like, oh, we don't smoke cigarettes, so we replace it with vaping. But it's like it's still super bad. for you,
It
you know?
is.
It's
Yeah.
all. I thought it was like fairly obvious when people was like, when they'd be like, each vape cartridge is 20 cigarettes. I'm like, yeah, that's the idea.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's kind of
What are we doing? It's still bad. Like
Somebody getting sued though.
It'll be one of
Blue.
those commercials, like you said.
Oh, Blue
Yeah.
got sued.
Oh, Blue
you
is
vape?
definitely getting sued.
Yeah.
No,
they're- Oh yeah.
They're in it now.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's funny.
Because you can't tell the world this is safe and then market it to people and then be like, oh, 30 people died. I'm
That's
like,
what
oh.
happened.
I don't know if it was 30, but it was a lot.
Not
They
30,
market
but
a
I'm saying
lot
they're
of stuff.
sued. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a lot of stuff that they say is safe and like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at every
Like-
health food.
exactly. I'm like,
Yeah.
they go to the corporation. I'm like about to go on a whole spiel. I watched.
go ahead. Let's do
what the
this.
health.
Yes, let's do
Oh,
Oh,
like
what the
the-
hell?
yeah. But
yeah.
it's just like it'll change your
Because
whole
they told y'all bacon was safe. It's not. They told. I mean, look, there's so much stuff where it's like we have always just told people everything's just got to be done in moderation.
Yeah.
But it's like
Exactly.
everything, including the stuff y'all think is just cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, like meat should be done in moderation.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, we saw what's that show I like? Adam Ruins Everything,
Mm-hmm.
where they had to think about drinking, and he was like, drinking is bad for you. Even in moderation, like it just is.
Yeah.
But you got a significance. It's like in our culture, we drink a lot. Like he goes, we've been drinking more over
Yeah.
these years.
Yeah.
And it's like, people wait for the weekend,
Yeah.
binge drink, and all this stuff. And it's like all these things they say. They'll have reports like, hey, drinking leads to cancer. Eating all this meat leads to cancer. All leads to cancer. All this sugar leads to cancer.
That's the weekend.
And then we're literally like, where's all this cancer coming from?
Why?
It's
What's
like,
at the destination?
yeah,
Why
I'm
is
like, well, your
everything
great
we-
grandfather didn't eat and drink like this.
Mm-hmm.
He just didn't. So that was our, well, he,
I'm about to say, he did.
well,
We'll have to
I
get
feel
into
like-
that's a whole nother topic.
that's
for
a-
another
that's a-
time.
that's
I feel like in their time they didn't have as much stuff with
they didn't have as much
preservatives.
availability.
That's what I was
Because
getting
my
at.
grandma like still grows her greens in the backyard
Exactly.
and still like grows all her
If
vegetables.
you slaughter the pig and you get the
Exactly.
bacon from that pig, you'll be fine. But we're getting this from Hormel
Exactly.
and everything. Like I'm
Because
like,
the
dude.
process is a lot. That process
exactly.
puts in a lot of stuff. Where
So
it's
what is-
like, oh.
I wanted to ask this now that we're here. What does your diet consist of then?
all the bad stuff. No, just kidding.
It can't.
I try my best. No, it looks like it can, but I mean, I still
Like,
eat
I
like
eat
a lot
double
of
down sandwiches.
chocolate. I like to eat all the wrong stuff, but I like have a balance where like I'll eat all fruit or just like I'll drink all this green juice one day. Like it'll be like I try to balance it, but I don't have like the best diet, which I know like that's why I watch all those stuff so I can like turn myself off from wanting to eat all this
I
bad
feel that.
stuff, you know? So when I gross myself out, then I'm like, okay, like I haven't been eating meat because not because it's bad, just like I'm simply grossed out by it just from
I understand.
what
The
I watch, you know?
process of-
So I'm just
yeah.
like, let me just get this spinach and this kale and
I mean, y'all better than me. I can
Yeah.
watch somebody grab a cat, grab a pig by the head,
oh my god.
look in the
Oh,
eyes, and be like,
no.
"Hail Hitler," and shoot it, and I'll be like, "Yo,
Hey,
these
fry him up.
burgers I'll eat a burger. These burgers is hidden."
Oh my
Yeah.
god. No, I saw how they make. I saw how they make chicken nuggets at McDonald's.
Yeah.
And from
Yo.
that day, I hadn't eaten chicken nuggets.
I went and
Like,
got chicken nuggets right
Ew.
there. I was like,
I'm
"That's
not
Ew.
gonna
slime."
lie. I saw
That is
the
disgusting.
pink
That
slime.
slime.
So I will say this though. Were we surprised?
True.
You have never seen a chicken in the shape of a nugget.
Of a
Like I
nugget.
was like, yo, it had to come from somewhere. Like certainly, it's kind of like if they told me like, yo, I saw how Burger King chicken fries were made, and I just was disgusted. I was like, the
You had to
Burger
know- you
King
had to
chicken
say-
fries.
It's a chicken fry.
Like you knew, ain't no chicken coming to fry.
yeah.
True.
Like ain't no chicken coming.
There's
to
no fry
form.
portion.
Okay,
on
you're
a
right, you're
chicken.
right.
But even when you crack open a McDonald's chicken nugget and you look at it, you're like,
It's like sponge, like foamy sponge
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
something.
you're like, I just got to dip this in the sauce and just go ahead
Like
and eat
drown it. Like
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Terrible, terrible, terrible. Back on track though.
Oh my bad. My bad. You're right. We
I
were
mean,
completely
yeah,
off.
we just rode off,
we don't have to
going
sit-
back
we
to
don't-
ride.
You know what? You know
Yeah.
what? Let's go back to ride. Actually, let's play the ride video, the actual ride video. That'll get us back on track. That way, we're not talking about chicken nuggets and pink slime. So yeah, let's play ride video. The video.
Wait.
It's coming up. There's a Ride video. You
Is
didn't know that? You didn't know there was a Ride video?
It's not a Ride video, is it?
There's
it's
a
just
Ride
like
video. It's
a compilation of video.
No.
It's an actual video?
No.
All right.
This
Oh
is-
no, you're talking about
Oh,
Ride
wait.
or Die.
Oh, that's Ride or Die.
It's like an actual yes. Okay, so I have a song
Okay.
called Ride or Die.
Okay.
And then I have
Let's
a new
play
song
that.
called Ride.
Okay. So
Yeah,
this is
okay.
Ride or Die.
Yes. This is 2 years ago. Oh, 3, 4 years ago.
Ah. So you just have a whole thing about Ride or
just like to be in the car.
You just
No, I'm just kidding.
You just like to be
I
in
just
the
like
car.
to be in the car. That is
That's
cute.
not him. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm down to ride.
Don't look shy to me.
We gotta die.
Not at all.
Down to ride.
Granted, it was one cameraman, and that's my best friend, the girl, and then this guy I've been on him for years. So,
Okay,
It was
so that
like
made you feel
people-
comfortable.
yeah.
So it's like,
Okay.
okay.
and then
we're
this
doing
is my
together.
house, so it's like,
Oh,
I'm
okay. So
fine.
you're in
Like,
your
I know
element.
that
You're in your
complex.
element.
That's what's up. Yeah.
I'm down to ride. I'm down to ride.
I always laugh at that video because I'm like, look at me trying to be somebody. Look at me trying to do something. Look at you, girl. I see you.
Achieving. That's what's up.
But yeah.
So that was Ride or Die,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
now it's Ride because you like to just be in the car and smoke weed.
Yes, basically.
That's pretty
Well,
much
no,
it.
that Ride or Die, that was I was with different people, like as far as people handling my
Mhm.
music situation, and yeah, so that was off my first album, Alchemy,
Yeah.
and then this one I'm working with some new people now, and that was just like a song I wrote. Like I had an idea for that, like at the chorus, I had the chorus already, and then so I just brought it and freestyled the verses when I recorded it. So it was written in the same time when I wrote Ride or Die. So
Okay.
it was like a a whole ride series.
There we go.
Car.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So he was kind of right. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
you like to do.
Exactly.
I mean,
exactly.
what else? That's what I
But
like to do.
that was on the first album, Alchemy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and what was the reason for the name Alchemy?
So my brother actually, my big brother, we were having a conversation one day, and he just told me, he was like, do you know, he asked me about the concept of alchemy or just like the definition of the word or like the science behind it or whatever. And I was just like, I really don't know. I don't know anything about it. I haven't read about it. And he was like, basically, it was like something to do with like gold or like making stuff, like everything was turned into gold or whatever. And he was like, basically, that's how I feel about you. Like when you make music or when you make something, it's just like always great. Like, you know, you make gold. And he was like, you should name your album Alchemy because like you just make gold. And then so that was just like the basic concept of the conversation. So I was like,
that's a super nice compliment
Yeah.
from your brother.
yeah, my big brother.
You're trash. Like
You gotta be more like
you've
my brother.
never given me a compliment like that. Wow.
It'd be an album title,
That was
a concept. I made a whole. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I'm about to say you did everything.
gave me the
I
whole
just,
thing.
I just ignore him.
Oh, okay.
But y'all got a show together, so I mean,
Dude.
But he's never said what
You
I
are
do.
an alchemist.
Yes,
No.
he said you make gold. I feel like what
Yeah.
you do is create gold
Yeah.
from
You do.
nothing. Like you pull it
Yeah.
out of the air.
Thank y'all.
That's crazy.
But yeah.
Okay.
So so during the recording process of Alchemy,
Mm-hmm.
you already knew that you were gonna release the album and like what was that like? I guess planning for Alchemy.
When I made Alchemy, or when I even like it wasn't a plan for it. It was like I was
Okay.
making music every day,
Uh-huh.
and then so it was just like I got my favorite songs or what I felt like I love the songs that I liked a lot, and just put them like compiled them and tried to make them flow, and then so yeah, I don't know.
One thing that I'm hearing from you is like a lot of stuff you do is kind of fly by night, but when I look at it,
It looks
it
together.
looks so
Very
together.
much
See,
put
that's what
together.
it needs to
Very
look like.
much
But
put
yeah,
together.
most
You
times
have a
I'm just-
skill. Like that is an amazing look. I try to do that every day. I
Oh my
cannot.
gosh.
That's amazing.
That's bad though. Don't be like me, guys. Plan
Yeah.
and schedule.
Unless
like,
you're good at it.
You're
I feel
good
like
at
you can
it.
pick up anything. Like she's like, oh well, there's a harmonica, so
Yeah.
now I'm gonna start
I
making
actually have a
harmonica.
harmonica.
Oh.
Yeah. So if y'all see that popping, I'm trying to figure out how I can sing and play harmonica.
It's gonna be funny
And
too.
then-
She's gonna be riding and smoking. Police
Harmonica. No, I'm just
playing
kidding.
harmonica. Harmonica.
police gonna get her, and then she's gonna have to go to court. She's be like, "I'm gonna defend myself," and then get off and get 8
Yes.
other people off.
We all leaving. I
You're
got
just
to.
picking up things as you go. So like even when he's saying when you're talking about the process of making Alchemy, you were just like, I was just making music, so let me compile this all.
Yeah, because I was like, I have all these songs and I can't just like release songs on, like it has to be together.
Yeah,
So
cohesive,
yeah. And then so once he told me that, I was like, okay, let me see how I can make these work. And then I made I just brought it together. Like, I don't know if the songs really flow together. They're just like my favorite songs, like I said, but I brought them together in like this periodic table kind of thing. If you look at the back of the thing, it's like a periodic table and it's like cool. Like they're all elements, but they're just songs. So yeah. And I made all the artwork by myself. Like it was a
Hold on.
Wait.
Let's not gloss over that.
It's nice
If
artwork
you haven't
too.
seen it, it's really nice artwork.
nice artwork.
You need to go out and look at it.
The
Where
front-
can we find it?
it's on Spotify, iTunes. If you just Google Susan Carroll, it'll come up.
If
It
you
should come
just
up.
on
Google
Susan Carroll's
Susan
website.
Carroll.
As a matter of fact, let's for the YouTube viewers, we're gonna pull up Susan Carroll's website right now. But you keep on talking. We'll talk over
But
the website.
yeah, I'm not a good big talker.
No,
gotta ask you questions.
No, you're
You're
great. It's just a
fine.
conversation. We're
You're
just
fine.
talking.
Yeah, you're fine so far.
Yeah.
So
So,
you're
yeah.
doing the artwork, you're creating the music, you're compiling all this stuff together. Like, what are your ultimate goals when you're thinking about where you want your career to go?
I just know I want to release good music. Like that's what I know. I want to be bigger, sell out arenas, do all that stuff. But primarily, I just want to get my gift out to the world and like let people hear my music and hopefully touch one person's life with the song that I wrote. Even if it's just like I felt good today because I listened to your song, or I was going through a heartbreak. Like it's one song called Hopeless Romantic that I wrote, and it's just every time I sing it or every time I show it, somebody's always like coming up to me crying like I'm that girl in that song and I felt this way before. So it's just like about getting my life out and my story out and just touching people. That's all I really
That's
wanna
good.
do. Yeah. But
does-
if all the other stuff comes in, like it's like a lot and I'm bigger, but it's good, but I'm not, too much worried about it.
It's your therapy, huh?
Yeah, basically.
How do the people feel about how does your boyfriend feel about the music? Like when you like, dang, that kind of sounds like it's
He's
about
like, hold on, you wrote that or not? He knows he's amused. He knows that like if we have an argument, I'm about to go write a song about it, and you don't hear about my side of it.
That's 100.
But he knows it. Like he fully supports my.
He's a stand-up guy.
Yeah.
Stand-up guy. I
He
like
loves
that.
it, and he loves that I like have a passion, and he wants to like. For my birthday, he bought me Logic Pro, the software.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
For
dope.
and he built me a studio in the house, so I could like
Oh.
yeah. So he loves what I'm doing and supports.
So there should be
people.
a good song coming out about him.
Yeah, it's a
You bought
it's a
me
few
Logic.
love.
There's a few. There's a few.
You buy me everything. But, no, but it's like some bad stuff. And, it's just like everything, all of my feelings, everything, the good times, the bad times, because they all make for good art or good music.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Does that help when it's with most couples, sometimes things are unspoken, sometimes things are unsaid, and then it kind of comes out in a moment. Does it help when it's like he can come to you and be like, hey, I heard this song.
Or
And,
I'll just
like,
go
give
like,
her-
hey, I got this new song to show
Hey,
you, babe.
oh,
And then
you'll
I'll
say.
be like, yeah, I just made this. And I'll go in there
And then
just
y'all
play
can
it.
talk about
and
it.
he'll look at it. And he'll be listening. And then he'll just like, look at me. And then I'm
Side
like,
eye.
oh, okay. And then he's like, okay. But he'll understand how I feel because I write better. And, like when you in the moment and you angry, you can't say what you want to say. You just like, whatever. But when I go write and sing about it, it's like, oh, you hear exactly what I meant. And yeah. So it's like we have like a good communicative relationship.
Oh, that's good.
Because of
That's
it.
good.
So yeah.
And is he an artist as well?
No, he's in total opposite. He's a geologist, so he's in oil and gas. And
Oh,
so
okay.
he likes rocks.
Likes rocks.
Yeah.
You got to write him a song about rocks.
Yeah,
That'll
I've
be
been
his
trying
thing.
to find a way how to make a concept.
Wow.
Because I wrote him a song for his
Obsidian.
birthday, and he really loved that. So
Dope.
it was just, I'm trying to
You
find
should
a
make
way.
a rock song about rocks.
Yeah.
A rock song about rocks.
There you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
About my band.
She's gonna
Dang.
learn a whole nother instrument and just break out. Just
She will.
So,
Yeah, just
yeah.
pick up.
Learned the sitar from
Oh
India.
my
No, I'm just
goodness.
kidding.
Yeah.
hard. You know
Play
what?
the flute like Lizzo.
I wish.
You're
Yeah.
joking, but if we see a video with you playing the sitar, I'll be like, oh, well,
It's like
see,
you
it's
said
all
it.
good.
It would fit the image.
It
would
would.
fit.
I'm glad that that's my image.
It fits the
I'm
branding.
proud of this.
It would go.
Yeah,
it would
mellow.
go with it. It's very
Yeah.
mellow. It's low key.
Yeah, that's dope. Being such an emotional and feeling being, how does it affect you? I guess moving through the music scape, like when you're trying to get from point A to superstardom. Is there any setbacks that you may feel that you're like, man, this something happens throughout the day, and you got to do a show, and then you're like, ugh.
Yeah, just like working, like be going to work all day, like the job that I have. I'll work and then go to sleep at like 4 a.m. and then wake up and then have to go do something the next day musically, and then it's just like I just have to, like, this is the life I want. Like I tell myself that like this is what I chose. I know I have to hustle to make this work, and I know that I have this passion that I'm chasing, so I have to just make it work. It's about balance. So when I can sleep, I sleep, and when I can like rest, I do, and then otherwise I'm just going. And then on the other side of that, like just the hardships of that come against you when you're just trying to do a music career is like a lot. Just people trying to take advantage of you, and just people just trying to attach themselves to you, or people trying to get in the way of what you're doing, or like just trying to hinder you. It's like, it's a lot. You have to you got to be strong. That's one thing. Like I seem sweet and nice, but I feel like I'm a rather strong person for being where I am, or like getting to the point that I am. Even though I'm like I seem really emotional. But I'm like, I got drive.
Nah, I said
and
it best,
ambition.
man. Quiet niggas will kill. Loud
Yeah.
niggas talk shit.
Exactly.
It is what it is.
That's what, yes.
What are some of the things that I guess keep you going? I think about with us, it's we're starting out, we're doing like stuff, but there'll be like if a certain artist shouts us out, like, oh, I like them, we're like, yes.
Yeah, for
Like
real.
now we feel good today. So what are some of the things that keep you going?
One, the people, the feedback that I get from the things that I do and the music that I release, and then my family, my boyfriend, my friends, they all keep me motivated and keep me like, because some days I'm just like, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Like, should I just get a regular job and, just be regular? Because some days it's hard, but you just got to keep going, And what else keeps me going? And then making something and listening to, because sometimes I'll impress myself or like surprise myself, like I can't believe that this is what I made. So just like that feeling when I make something good or just create something, the feeling keeps me going. That yeah.
That's dope. Now, what keeps
I
you?
don't know
What keeps you? Well, actually, no. I'm sorry, because we need to go back. You said you just came down to Houston. What even brought you down to Houston?
the guys that I went to college with, some guys, and they were like managing me. So they were from here originally, and they were
Okay.
like, come here and we'll like do whatever. It was like, it ended up being a bad situation, but like it was a good situation that got me to Houston.
That
Like
got you
everything
here.
is better now, but it was just like, yeah. But yeah.
And what's
That's what
kept
I
you
mean.
here instead of going to like, let me go to L.A., let me go to New York,
Atlanta.
let me go to Atlanta?
Just trying to build, like, I just want to make sure, like, have a solid
Mm-hmm.
something in Houston. I'm like, okay, if I can not take over Houston, but you know what I mean? Like, if I can
Take
take over Houston
Yeah.
Like, take
and,
over
like,
Houston.
build
Take
up,
over Houston.
Yeah.
build up a good fan base and, like, just see, like, if this is good and worth doing and taking out. Like, if I'm supposed to be doing this, So, and then all my friends and stuff are Houston. Like, I just love Houston,
Yeah.
honestly. But, I mean, I think about moving away, and I'm working to, like, build up my money to get somewhere.
I mean,
will.
Houston,
Yeah.
Houston has like a pretty like big singing scene. Like there are
Yeah.
a lot of singers that are. We talked to. It was Chad Black and
Jack Freeman.
Jack Freeman, but I mean,
I know about them.
they talk about. Actually, we said we're going to interview you, and Chad was like, "Oh no, she has like an amazing voice." Like that's the thing. And I forgot the young lady's name that he had brought. They do an event.
713 Agency.
Yeah, they do an event every week, but they were just saying like it's just kind of well known. There are a lot of local singers that like you can't come down here and just play like, oh, I'm just hop up here and sing. They're like, no,
Yeah.
there are a lot of really good singers out
It
here.
is. It is. And that, I was in that circuit, I guess that little circuit with them for a little bit, and it's really cover dominated though, like because people like to hear, you know what I mean, and I like it, like everybody's super talented, but it's not for me, like because I like to sing my own stuff, you know.
So I guess that's the other thing too, because a lot of your Instagram posts and things like that are of covers,
Yeah.
and now we're seeing you. It's almost like once Ride dropped, those kind of stopped, and then so what is your take on singing covers versus singing your own music versus
I was at the beginning. I started. It was like I would post a cover and then I would do like some original stuff and then post a cover. But then I was talking to one of my friends who is in the music industry and he was like, "Just wait on that because people can unintentionally steal your stuff. Like just
Yes.
listening to it and just like, oh, where did I hear that melody? And it's like randomly. So then that kind of
that
like,
was nice.
forced
He
me.
said unintentionally.
Yeah, he was like they'll unintentionally take your
They can
stuff.
also intentionally
Yeah,
take
of
your
course.
stuff. Yeah,
I always like to give people the benefit. Like they didn't mean to take my music.
so nice.
Oh
But-
no, they
Yeah, well,
definitely.
people, but that'll happen,
That
and it
will
was like
happen.
because I'm just trying to show this, and it's not copywritten yet or anything. It's just like I
Absolutely.
just wrote it, you know. So I kind of was like, okay, covers will get like, let me find a way to do these covers. Like, let me find my own spin on it. Like, I don't try to sing it like just like they did it, or put the instrumental on.
No,
and
you
try to
don't
sing
at
it,
all.
You know?
Like,
No.
yeah,
So
you
it's
make
like-
it your own for real.
Yeah, so that was my thing. I was like, let me do covers, but find a way to do it still me. And then I still kind of try to sprinkle some original stuff in there. But yeah, that was the reason I kind of fell back on that because I didn't want anything to like be taken before I can release it like properly. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Because some of the and you do covers in your own style. Like you did you did Ken the Man.
Yeah,
He'd
and I
be
love
like,
her.
yeah, and I was just
We
like,
love
yeah.
Ken the Man
I
as
said,
well.
I love the original song, but your cover is completely different, and it's good. Like
you, thank
know,
you.
and it's got your guitar that you know so well that you just picked up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My 8 years of guitar that I've been playing.
exactly. So what? Now that so you're still gonna keep on doing covers, but you're just trying to make sure to protect your actual original music from
Yes.
being stolen.
So yeah, so with Ride, I'll probably push that for a little bit. I have a remix coming out with some people, so that'll be soon. And then
Who are the people?
I don't know if I can say.
Oh, okay.
I
But
understand.
they're like they're like good people,
They're people.
like notable people. And
They're
Okay.
people.
yeah, they're
Okay.
people. So that'll be good.
That's
and
what's
and then I'm making a video for that. But what was I saying? I forgot. I'm sorry.
We were talking about covers, and we're talking
yes.
about so you were trying to make sure that your music is protected.
Yes, exactly. And I was saying with Ride, I'll be dropping more stuff. So like now that I have that, I'll be pushing that single, and that'll be like the most of the original, I guess, for now until I have more stuff. Like I'm in the studio still recording more stuff to put out, but yeah, just trying to get it all together.
So we're working on an album right now.
Yes. So it'll be
Okay.
covers up until then, just like, and then I'm thinking maybe I'll start doing like just some freestyle stuff, so it isn't just like covers or original. It's like I'm just vibing out, you know, like just to change it up and not be so cover based. But I think that's what people like. I think people like to hear songs that they know
Yeah,
in different
familiarity.
ways. So yeah.
At least as a start. At least it starts to get out. Did you feel like because you're because you're so shy, so shy, did it help you being able to put out so much music on Instagram as opposed to having to like go out and then
Yes.
like be in front of this crowd, seeing somebody be like,
You're
"I
in your
sing
room
that
on the
like
floor.
3,000 people watching me, and I'm at home. Like, you
Yeah,
know, like
yeah.
I still, like, if I go live, I'll be nervous. I don't know why, but I'll be like nervous because I
Oh,
know
wait, so
they can
going
inter-
live on your phone makes you
me
nervous.
Yes.
Wow.
Like I'll
Okay.
be playing or I'll be singing, like, and I'll have the nerves as if I'm on stage just because I know they can interact with me, but I know like if I record it and play it or put it out, it's just like, okay, like do what y'all say what y'all want. Like
Yeah.
I'm done singing. Like
I'm
you
at the
know, like-
movies. I ain't even
yeah,
looking
I'm
at
good,
it.
exactly. Like I
Yeah.
can delete the video, but if
Yeah.
I'm live and I'm like, it's just weird. I'm weird.
No, it's
Yeah.
okay.
I'm
I
the
mean,
same way. I
well,
feel you. I don't want to see it.
I mean, but you have actual followers on live. Like if I went live, it'd be
Oh,
like
7 people.
no,
It
not
wouldn't even
not
be
even
7,
close.
It'd be 2.
Not even
Not
close.
even
It'd be
It'd
2.
be-
It'd be Sydney and Sheldon.
But they would dive in and be like, "What's he doing?" and then dive right out.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing worse
Exactly.
than seeing your cousin hop into your live and then hop right out. Like, oh,
Yeah.
that was an
Like,
accident.
oh, I accidentally
That was an
clicked on-
accident.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I don't have that build up yet.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'd be that weird like intro talk, like, okay, we're just gonna keep it hot right now. Let some people come in, and nobody comes in.
Mm-hmm.
So at least with you, people are coming in, and
Yeah.
but it's the interaction and like that, the fact that they can do something right then that makes you nervous.
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
But the Instagram posting gives you more control over what you can put out.
Yeah, because I know that I probably videoed that or made that video like 40 times. So I picked the perfect one. So it's like I know
okay.
like this is I'm happy with this. Like, you know, like if it's live, I don't know what my voice about to do next. Like, you know, like
Really?
Yeah.
so I don't know if I'm about to mess up this chord. And this is a segue, like a side story, but I didn't know that I was playing with the wrong hand until people kept asking me, like, are you left-handed? And I'm
Yeah.
like, no, why are y'all asking me that? And it was like, you're playing the left-handed guitar with your left hand. And I'm like, oh, like when I bought it, like that's how it felt natural to me. So I'm over here teaching myself with my left hand, and I'm just like, okay,
The
but
wrong hands on
yeah,
the
so I
fret,
don't
like-
know if it's about to like mess up or if it's just gonna like go blank for a minute or what. But
You said
Yeah.
40 videos. Do you consider yourself a perfectionist?
yeah, for sure.
Ah, okay.
It's songs that still haven't been released just because I need to like get it right. So
That's good though.
yeah.
Like every great artist is a perfectionist, even though they make it look effortless. Like
Oh yeah.
every single one of them. Like Jay-Z's like, one take hove. You wrote it in your head, Jay.
Oh,
You
exactly.
wrote it in
And
your
over
No,
head.
it was
Like,
playing. Like,
Yeah.
don't think. But yeah, it was playing.
Yeah.
I've been working
Premeditated.
on this song for 30 years. Like now I can
I'm like
finally release
Eminem
it.
Renegade. That song was 4 years old, M.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
4
Absolutely.
years. Yeah. It's like,
Well,
come
yeah.
on.
Now, with that being a perfectionist, like you talk about the people that are kind of close in your inner circle, your boyfriend and your family and your friends, are they ever like, oh, this is great, you should put it out? And you're like,
Yes.
no.
My boyfriend, like, I'll show him a song and he'll be like, okay, so are you about to like release it now? And I'm like, no, did you hear that? Like, it's distortion here. It's like some.
Oh, man.
It's like, no, that's like the roughest of rough. Like, I just freestyled it, baby. I just went in there, made the beat, sang it, and that was it. Like, you know? And then he's like, you should just put it out. It sounds like amazing. Or like, I'll send it to a producer or send it to somebody and like, hey, can you help this song? Like, it's struggling. Like, you know, I just made it by myself. And they'll be like, this is probably like one of the best rough drafts I've ever heard. Like, you'd be surprised what people call a rough draft, you know? So it's just like,
Oh.
even then, it's still like I perfected that rough draft.
So then when do you feel like it's ready to be out? Like what's your indication? Like what do you feel? What do you know? What are you seeing where you're like, all right, now this can go out?
When I can listen to it all the way and not have a critique, like I'll listen to it and like first word I'll be like, okay, I hissed the S or something, like something stupid. Like it'll be like, and when I can listen to the whole thing and I'm just like listen to it as if it wasn't my song and I was thoroughly satisfied, that's when I'm like, okay, it's ready.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
I think about that because I'm like, when we see your Instagram posts and they come up and we're actually looking at the song, I'm like, oh, this is always nice. A lot of people post covers.
Yeah.
That's like a thing. Like a lot of people post covers and stuff. But yours are always so well done, and now I'm realizing it's because you're doing them like 40, 50 times
Yeah.
and making sure that each one is right.
Can I see my phone? Let me show y'all.
Yes, please show it to us.
My,
Yeah.
my
It's
video.
like
thing.
400 videos
No,
of the
literally, of the
last
same
one.
one. Oh. See.
I want to thank you for coming and showing us the method to your madness. You just spilled all the beans. Like,
Look,
I don't know how to
okay,
play
look,
guitar.
That's one. And then, let me see. Hold on. Where's this other video? It's too much. I had to start deleting how many videos I was taking. Look. Okay, so when I did the purple one, when I did the Amores cover, it's like this whole block is dedicated to me trying to get that video right.
Wow.
So it's
Hey.
just like, yeah.
And then it won't. And then at a certain point, when you're looking at the video and you're like, all right, I don't have any critiques about this. That's
Yeah.
cool. And
It's
your
like
boyfriend's right there. Like, I like the first one
Yeah.
Basically,
and the second one
he'll know the
and
song
the third, fourth.
when I'm done singing it because I sang it so much in the room.
Okay. Okay.
That's how it is.
He knows every song, so I'm just like, okay. But yeah, it's even that video, even some of the videos I post, I'm not even happy with. I'll just be like, I have to post something today, or I feel like I have to. And then, but those videos will be the ones that everybody's like, oh my gosh, like that
You
was.
see?
And I was
That's
like,
how it
I
works.
hated it. Like, you know.
That's how it works a lot
That's
of
usually
times.
how it works. And did you just have the goal to say like, hey, I'm gonna just start posting every day? Like I'm gonna post something
Yeah.
every day.
And then I was scared to post every day because I was like, I had like a half and half like thought about it because I was like, I want to post every day and I want to stay on people's minds, but
Yeah.
then I don't want to be oversaturated where it's like, okay, we getting tired of seeing Susan like on my thing, like singing every day, you know? So I didn't know which one. But then I was just like, people were telling me like, what, like we like that you posted,
Yeah.
or we see your consistency
Yes.
and we like that, and you know, just keep it coming and keep doing what you're doing. So then I was like, okay, let me continue doing it.
Because it's what made us follow. It was
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
okay, because you click on, you see one, you're like, that's nice. And then maybe a couple of days later, you'll see another one. You're like, let me go to this person's page. And then you see this wall of every day, she's got something.
Yeah.
No, that's
Got to.
dope. That's dope.
Thank you.
That's good. I mean, what's the plan from now on? Like from this point on, from this day on, like what is the plan for Susan Carroll?
To stay being consistent, keep posting, and then drop some more music, of course, and then hopefully like tour and be everywhere.
Not
I don't
hopefully.
know why y'all asking me a plan. I just told y'all.
Oh, she don't have no
No,
plan.
no, just kidding.
She has no
No, I
plan.
mean I'm working with people now that are like making a plan for me now.
Okay.
And kind of like
Oh,
getting me
okay.
together. Cause I was just talking to my manager this morning, and I told him some stuff that like I'm catching him up on what's been going on with me. He's like, "What? Like I'm supposed to know about all this like you
Months
know
ago,
before,
huh?
yeah,
Yeah.
like." And I'm just like, "Oh, by the way, like today I was like, I'm about to go do a podcast show."
So you're putting together stuff and your manager don't even know about it. She gonna walk out on the tour
Cause stuff
with
happens so
somebody
fast. No,
friend
no, no.
and
I'll
stuff.
follow through, but like knowing about it beforehand is like, oh, we about to go tomorrow. Like it's like you should have told me weeks ago. Like no, we gotta go.
No, I'm just saying she's gonna wind up being on tour with somebody famous because they're like, oh, I was just standing there and I had my guitar, and then they
You
asked
just
me,
told
Started
me to,
opening
like-
for Drake.
and so
That's what happened.
Now I'm here, and this
Yeah.
is just what I do. So catch up,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
basically, just
because
keep
I
just follow
don't,
along.
I don't have a plan.
I sing the hook for Travis Scott on the next single.
I randomly saw him, and now
Yeah.
I'm singing. No.
exactly. That's
Yeah.
how it appears. Like you
And
go.
now I'm writing songs for Beyonce. Didn't you?
Exactly.
You didn't get the text? Oh, I didn't press in.
Oh, sorry.
So you have
No.
a team of people now that are behind you that
Yes.
are basically like, "What's going on?
Get it
Let's get it together.
Yes,
Let's
yes,
get
yes, yes.
okay, okay."
But we just started, so it's like they getting used to me. I'm getting used to them, and I'm getting used to not working for myself because it was I was by myself for a long time, just doing everything. Like I said, it was. I learned all the stuff not because I wanted to like let me learn it. I learned it because I didn't want to need anybody, and I didn't want to have to wait for anybody. So like I learned how to make beats because I didn't want to wait to find a producer.
Makes sense.
I learned how to play guitar because I didn't want to have to find a guitarist every time I had to sing somewhere or whatever the case may be. So it's just like I'm getting used to not being the only person that can handle my stuff. So
What prompted you to get, or when did you feel like you were ready to actually get a team of people after working by yourself for so long?
they kind of found me or reached out to me, and we talked about the things that, because I was like, what can you offer that I'm not already doing for myself? So when I found people that were like, we can do this, and like kind of, I felt like I could take the next step, or like be able to level up if I had this team of people.
Okay.
And yeah, I felt ready because I felt like overwhelmed with trying to book all my stuff and be in contact, and then trying to like make sure people pay me and make sure like all this stuff is just like, okay, no,
Yeah,
I don't want
it's
to
a
handle
bit much.
this. Yeah,
and
I
have
just wanna
real
sing.
life and a job.
Yeah.
Oof.
I just want to work, sing, and make music, and not have to worry about dealing with people. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
That sounded so deep. Not like that. Like you
No,
know, it's just like
no.
I'm shy and I don't like
Yeah.
to. You know, I'm awkward around new people. So.
That didn't sound divish at all,
Okay.
though.
He was like,
I'm
okay,
it's like,
yeah.
No,
Don't
no.
wanna deal with y'all.
No, because
Peasants.
it is a lot of stuff to have to deal with when
Yes.
it's like you're working your own thing. You've got to work to actually like just survive, and then it's like this is the career that I want, so I got to put all that together. And there's a lot of once you're moving to entertainment, there's just a lot of stuff that's just up in the air all the time. There are no set times. There are no, and then you got to do that while working a regular job.
Yeah.
people want to call you during the middle of the day, like,
like, hey, I just wanted to chop
we
it
need
up.
this, and
Yeah.
that kind of thing, or this needs to happen in like 10 minutes.
I'm
and you're
fixing
like,
to go on
"What?"
stage.
Yeah. And you're like, oh, well, I'm trying to get this other thing done. So, yeah, no, I totally understand that. No, we definitely don't think you do not come off as a diva at all.
Okay, good.
No, not at all. I'm experiencing. I got to go to work after this, like, and I got a phone call. I'm like,
He does have
bum
that.
bum ba
Oh, that's who called?
Yeah,
Um,
I sell cars.
Both of us went, oh, because we know the struggle.
I sell cars. It'll be fine.
Oh, okay, that's
Yeah.
right. Go get a car.
Yeah,
oh,
can't.
I'm
yeah.
not gonna say,
Yeah,
but
I
you
know.
can. I'm not gonna say who he sells cars for.
we're gonna find you. No, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding.
Push it to the limit.
Yeah.
Push it to the limit. But
It's crazy.
yes, that was a whole segue off his car thing. Let's
Yeah.
get back to Susan Carroll here. So, I mean, before we get out of here, what is one thing, or more than one thing, you kind of want your fans to know about you, and then what you're doing and your goals out here?
Okay.
The loaded question, huge.
It
Go
is.
ahead. This is the big one.
Alrighty, so I want you guys to know that I am. No, just kidding. I don't know what I want to do. I want y'all to know that I love you guys and I appreciate the support, and continue to follow me and believe in me, and I will not disappoint you guys.
No.
And yeah, just look for more music and more visuals, more everything coming from me. I'm working in the background, so.
Okay.
That's what's up, man. I mean, goodness, man. In my humble opinion podcast, we're here. Thank you for coming
Thank you for having
again with Susan Carroll, single songwriter, producer. She plays the guitar, piano. She's also a lawyer on the side. She's a part-time ninja.
And I'm a doctor. No,
And she's a doctor,
Doctor.
4-time UFC champion, 2-time WWE women's champion. Also, she taught Serena how to do the little backstroke that, well, not the
Exactly.
little
The
one. 'cause Serena-
backstroke?
Yeah.
Serena is a tennis player.
No,
sir.
there's a.
He making us.
Oh,
swim.
wait. That's called a backstroke?
Anyway, uncultured swine. So once again, it's Avery, like a very nice guy. It's me. It's Avery, also known as Carlton Banks, failed producer. It went somewhere. Just Devon. He's great.
It's Avery.
Yeah, it's a wrestling
I don't
thing.
even
It's me. It's
okay.
DDP.
I don't
DDP
have,
yoga.
Oh, I don't
Yeah.
have a little rhyming thing.
I steal a lot from wrestling because
Just
nobody watches
for-
it but me. Anyway,
I like wrestling. I like wrestling.
20 years ago.
Oh.
I like it now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Which
I like
wrestler?
it.
Who's your wrestler?
Don't ask me that. I don't know.
Oh, you
I
don't have
watch
a
it
favorite
like that.
one?
No, I like to watch it though.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay,
that's
okay.
what's
No,
up.
that's good. That's
Friend
good.
of the show. And once again, we're here with Susan Carroll.
Last wrestler I like was Jake the Snake.
Hey, that's what's up. Hey, respect, man.
Junkyard Dog.
Junkyard Dog. But yeah. Well, we were here with Susan Carroll, and this was another In My Humble Opinion podcast where the opinions are humbled and the words aren't jumbled. Fade to something. We're gone.
That's it.
We're
That's
out.
it.
Fade
Bye,
to that
guys.
logo.
Fade back
See
to
you
the
guys
logo.
later.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all we gotta do. Watch Susan wind up opening for somebody huge just on accident.